Every moment we have the opportunity to choose being or non-being, to choose life or death. To strive after authenticity or not. We're increasingly unnatural. I want to talk about the return to naturalness. And as I mentioned in the last video, which I will keep up, to prove my point that I was trying to make in that video. That it doesn't matter how you start, it just matters that you start. I do see this channel as a channel with two main podcasts to start, like I mentioned before. One being the Divine Images of God, which is what we all are. And another being the GBM SP, the Global Business Model Synthesis Project. And at times there's, going to be a bit of an overlap, but the people, again, that I'm trying to talk to here are people who, well, I'm trying to talk to everybody, right? But I'm trying to make this geared towards something that is a focused project. And so I do want to have, particular topics for the Divine Images of God in particular. And with the Global Business Model Synthesis Project, I want to talk to entrepreneurs who have found success in their industry, and are able to offer advice for beginners. Again, I want people to understand just how easy entrepreneurship is if they are consistent, if they do stick with something, if they do niche down, if they focus, if they forego everything else and focus. So I want to talk to people of every industry. I want to break down really every single industry that's out there and zoom in on all the niches within that industry and talk to people who not only can offer advice and help, but actually offer courses and content that somebody could essentially plug into and as long as they stick with it and as long as they follow through, they will get the results that they're looking for. And in getting the results that they're looking for, they'll be able to be successful in that field. And I want this all to be done in the realm and in the understanding, with a special focus on ethics and business. So I want to talk to people who understand, I might have mentioned this in the last video, who understand B corporations. We may even research that on our own time, just in between as I'm coming to understand how to get guests, how to create a successful channel, right? But a big part of this is, this is sort of phase one. This is iteration one. But I want to start with that sort of premise, right? This is sort of where we're heading. And so you'll see this dot down in the left corner. This is the podcast for the Divine Images of God. And in the right corner, this is the Global Business Model Synthesis Project. And as it starts to expand and as it grows, we'll enter into a phase two. I want to be a serial entrepreneur myself, but I want to do so with artists. I think artists are often kicked to the side. They're mistreated. And they're not inspired. How could they be inspired? A lot of times they're just forced to market products that don't genuinely help people in any real way. And it's just, we have the equation for business completely backwards. And so I want to make sure I do both of these podcasts at the same time because the focus is on people. That's why I'm going to be talking to people. That's why I'm going to be talking to human beings, the divine images of God, right? Every single human being is a divine image of God, and they have inherent dignity because of this. They have divinity within them. And then I want to create businesses that are focused on that fact and structured around that fact. And I want to take what I learn in this journey and I want to apply all of that. Consulting with experts along the way to make sure I'm doing it at the highest possible level. And then we'll enter into phase two, which I won't talk about, but you can see here that we have a nice tree up here. And I want to take all of that knowledge and implement the things that I've learned over the years to announce phase two and what we're striving and God willing, building towards. And so for now, it will start. Sink or Swim is this, it's a journey, right? We're clearly, I say we're on the Tokyo hyperspeed bullet train that is progress for progress's sake. And we have no idea where it's headed. It's not that it's not interesting. It's super interesting, right? All the technology that's coming out is very interesting. You have a very successful, hyper-successful entrepreneur trying to inhabit Mars. You can say what you will, but you cannot deny the fact that is interesting. It's an interesting thing, so it's interesting times. But a lot of us want to ask the conductor to press the brakes on this Tokyo hyperspeed bullet train that is progress for progress's sake and allow us to get off on the next stop so that we can explore what's natural. We can explore and let's start walking back. And yes, we're going to have to walk back. It's going to have to be slow and steady. But what are we leaving behind? In our unnaturalness and in our scattered attention, what are we leaving behind? And I think it's nothing short of literally how to be natural, how to be human beings. And so this is the exploration. So matter of fact, I may just begin producing content, but this is my goal. It's all people. I need to talk with people. I've always loved people, and it's always been people that have inspired me. So again, this is like an extended welcome to Sink or Swim. And yeah, that's that. So please, if any of this sounds interesting, I'll like the video, right? Subscribe, share it with friends. I'm gonna, God being my helper, be as consistent as I can in this and try to figure out how to go about this as I, start to get resources in and try and build the foundation for this project. So thank you again for tuning in.